join there as a doctor. However you may come, um, I'm gonna fix my data. I gotta go to data. So y'all give me a minute here. I'm just fix. Okay, there we go. How you doing, Biblical T? Um, I wish I was. I'm just leaving to go to service. I wish I was there earlier this morning because this is the week that we really open up our doors and do like a continental breakfast. How you doing, Kiki? Kayaki? We do like a Levant, Santiago. How you doing? We do like a breakfast. Shalom, God's house. We do like a breakfast on Sabbath morning, the first Sabbath of every month. And there are people that are challenged in the community, and we provide them with a free continental breakfast. And we also have clothing. And we also have clothing. And there's a wonderful team there. How you doing, Canson? There's a wonderful team that does this, and I like to get up earlier and just kind of show support. They've been there since 8 o'clock this morning, and just to show support. The Messiah says, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was naked, you didn't clothe me. When I was sick and in prison, you did not visit me. So we really cover all of those. The thing that we're lacking is a prison ministry. And it's not because we don't want to do it, but because the mechanics of it are a little challenging in the state and in the county. We're not able to do that. But what we are able to do is we're able to minister to those that are coming out of these locations and to be with them. How you doing, Canson? So I kind of miss being there this morning just to be a part of that ministry. You know, teaching is good. But these things like this, you have to go and do. You really have to go and do. Jesus says, he said this, when I was hungry, my mind is to go a different direction than today as far as my travel. Jesus said to the people when they was meeting him on the mountain or in the valleys, he says, I know you all only came for the fish and the loaves. He knew that. People, I apologize for my camera doing this. People sometimes, they want you to attend to their social needs first. You know, the word is good. The word delivers. The word heals. The word transforms the mind. But at the same time, ministries have to be able to deal with the immediate problems that people are having. Okay? I don't mind hearing the word, but I'm hungry first. How you doing, Lakeisha? I'm hungry right now. I don't mind hearing the word. I don't mind being taught the truth, but my kids need clothes right now. You understand what I'm saying? So what has to happen is you have to find yourself attending to those immediate needs in order to gain the ear. So the Messiah simply says, I know that you only hear, somebody just texted me and said, can you send me information on the Sabbath? Wow. I don't know who that is, but I will find out. So people want you to deal with that first. They don't mind learning. They don't mind getting the truth. They don't mind understanding 3 days and 3 nights and all that concept. But before you can even tell them that a Christmas tree don't exist, deal with my hunger. So we try to do this every month. Every month, we have built up a reputation. And when these people come, we kind of know who are first timers and who are second, third, fourth timers. those that have been coming for a minute, now we will start to give them the word. We will start to teach them and show them and do an invitation. We invited a young man, not a young man, he's an older guy. He has a challenge with his living arrangements. And so we have been ministering to him, you know, providing food, providing clothing, and this is every week. Every week he would come and get lunch, because at the end of our service we always provide food. The church does. We provide food for all the members and everybody. If you come standing in line, we're going to give you some food. Even if you did not attend service, we're going to give you some food. We don't turn nobody away. I try to make myself the last person to eat, because sometimes, you know, some days you got visitors and people from the community, and so things get a little tight on the plates. So I could stand to lose a little weight, so I'll let mine go, and it's okay. It's okay with that. And some of the elders do that also. I commend them on doing that. So, but my point is that this one particular gentleman, he has been coming for, I'd say 10 weeks now. 10 weeks. He, just talking to him, he said, you know what? I'm going to make a commitment. I'm going to make a commitment, and I'm going to come to service. And he has been doing that, committed obligation of attending service every Sabbath. He has not missed. He has not missed going on 3 months now. But not only that, what he's doing, how you doing, Tyrone? What he's doing now is he is inviting people in the community. So he invited a couple that are senior citizens. They have their own home. They're not in a challenging position, but they knew him and his family. So to see him making a change and a commitment, he shared with them his testimony, and they said, wow, you know, he says, won't you come with me one Sabbath? And they came, and they've been there several times. And so this is how you spread the truth. This is how you build ministry. So I commend my team that we have there at Bethel, who has dedicated themselves to come down during the week before the first Sabbath and to sort clothing out so that they don't have to do this when they get here on the Sabbath. They got everything sorted out, everything's placed on tables, and so when they come, they just put the tables outside, and they do a continental breakfast, you know, fruit, all of that stuff, orange juice, and they allow people to come in, coffee, and let people just come in and just, you know, get something to eat and what have you. And that's important. That is so important that we do that. And now that committee last year said, you know, what we're doing is good, and thank you, Pastor, but we would like for the elders to be there to minister to the people. So that's what I'm on my way down to do. I wish I had gotten there earlier, but I had an unexpected task this morning, at home. So I had to address that, and had somebody on the way to the airport stop in and kind of unexpectedly, you know, so you had to, you know, be courteous with that and stuff like that. So it put me a little behind, but nonetheless enough time just to see doing and people that are out here and stuff like that. And that's one thing I love about Bethel, the local congregation. They are a people with heart. They are a people that really genuinely love ministry. You can't do this unless you love it. Yes, Sister Tia, she says, I think it's sad that Christians that worship on Sunday bring in a lot of money and lies. And, you know, one of the things, you know, we have a small budget with this project, but a lot gets done. I mean, a lot gets done. Things are donated. We have people donating clothes now. We have, when you take your clothes to a dry cleaners, you know, they'll tell you, if you don't pick it up in 30 days, they're not responsible. You can't find it. Well, what happens is, thank you, Sister Tia, what happens is we go to those laundromats and we ask them if they can donate them to us, and they do. And so they're clothes that have been pressed and ironed, and they'll give them to us. They're glad they give them to us because they don't like really throwing them away, and they try to keep them. But after a while, we went to them and they donate them to us, and we put them out on the table so people can come and get them for free, and they go through them. And what's even nice is some people will go home and they'll come back. They'll come back dressed to come in and be a part of the service. So we work on people. We work on people. And this is how ministry has to be. This is why the Messiah says, hey, I know you all are only coming for the fish and the loaves. But while they were there getting the fish and the loaves, he gave them the word. He healed the sick. He performed miracles. He taught them. He taught them the principles of life. He taught them his commandments. He taught them forgiveness and repentance. And this is why so many people started to come. And this created a problem, because the people were no longer going to the scribes and Pharisees to buy animals to sacrifice them. Where, you know, sometimes when I pick up a little speed, the connection goes out. But thank you all for remaining there with me. So I was sharing with you that during the days of the Messiah, you had the scribes and the Pharisees who had a taxation on sin. And so they were going up on the price. You know, they were going up on the turtle doves. That's why the Messiah walked in and he saw them in the temple and he overturned the tables and whipped them. He says, you have turned the house of God into a den of thieves. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't like that. And the people were going about being baptized, repenting and being baptized by John the Baptist, and their sins were being remitted through the confessions of their mouth without paying anything. Because we all know that the Messiah came to abolish the sacrificial system. That's what he came to do. And so John the Baptist says, I'm not the one, but I come to prepare the way of the one. I come to let you know that he's one. I'm just a voice crying in the wilderness to let you know that there is going to be one coming after me. And so when he came to do that, it upset the apple cart. It upset the political, financial system that the Romans had placed upon the Israelites, who were big money at that time, big money. And so a lot of those scribes and Pharisees were converts who were put in place to oversee and learn the Israelite system as converts, to ensure what the people were supposed to do were doing what they needed to do. And in order to do that, you had to take your own people and convert them over to Judaism, which is what our people convinced the Israelites that the Messiah was of the devil. So the real Hebrews that were there. So I think you touched on this last night, Sister Tia, either online or in a conversation that we had. So all that to say, today, let me swing in today because I'm almost at the service. At 1 o'clock today, The message is going to be choose life or choose death. It's a wonderful message that will put clarity in what God expects of us as free will agents in making the decision about what we are to do. And it's a lesson that's going to bring out the fact that the Almighty is not going to force you to do anything. It's also going to bring out that Satan cannot force you to do anything. The decision that the Almighty has set up will always be yours. Always be yours. So, wow, that's a beautiful sight. I'm watching people there. So, let me just say this. Let me pull up. I hope you all tune in at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock p.m. today. Tune in for the Sabbath lesson. You all hit the like button for me real quick. We have all these people in the chat room, and hit the like button. Hit the like button for us. We really appreciate that. We will tune in. Thank you, Sister Tia. And she said, yes, that was in a private conversation. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, what I said. Yahshua went to work on them. Yes. All of y'all. Thank you, all of y'all. Happy Sabbath. Speaking Real. Wow, wonderful church. I love it. Speaking Real, tune in to us today at 1 o'clock. Tyrone James, tune in today. I see some people here for the first time. Edwards family, how are you doing? Kaya Kia, yes, in Texas too. Wow, how y'all doing over there in Texas? Okay, Levant Santiago, we haven't seen you in a while. We hope to see you soon. Okay. All right, so peace. Happy Sabbath to all of you all.